All right, after losing the game this morning, a lot of confusing clips for me. I'm hoping this one goes better for me and for Grit. This is game 2 of pool play at the NCS Save the Brain tournament with 41 10U teams. So let's go out and grab a win and see what bracket play brings us tomorrow. Grit and PFA are both ready. Let's go, boys. All right, we have Mason Herrera Sugar Rush leading us off here against PFA Crew. Grit 10U versus PFA Crew 10U. And the first pitch of the game is going to be in there for strike 1 on the outside corner. The 1 and 2. And he hits that on the ground to shortstop, who fields it and throws to first. And caught, it looks like. So Mason is going to ground out to lead off the inning. That's going to be 1 out. Now we got Gavin here with 1 out. And that's going to be ball 1. And the 1-0, and that is hit up the middle, fielded by shortstop and thrown, and Gavin is going to be out. That is 2 outs. That will bring up Mason Doyle here. Good first pitch. And this is off the plate, 1-0. And 3-0 is going to be ball 4. Now we have Gummy Bear. Just high up. That's a balk. Okay, yep, it is a balk. That's going to be third base there. Sorry for the early commentary. I try to keep my eye on that kind of thing. All right. And pick to third, and the ball does get by, and Mason is going to be able to score there, making the score 1-0. So Grit strikes first, and we got 2 outs here and Saya up in a 3-1 count. And here's the 3-1, and that is going to miss up and be ball 4. So Saya's going to take first base here. Now we have Eden, the 0-0 pitch, and he does swing and pop that up, and it looks like it is caught by first base, so that's going to be 3 outs. So Grit puts up 1 run here in the top of the first, and going to have to try to go out there and get 3 outs. Okay, so Gavin is pitching for Grit in the bottom of the first. The first batter lays down a bunt, but it sounds like that's going to be a foul ball. Yeah, foul ball. Be 1 and 2. Hit on the ground to third base. Picked up and thrown to first, and he is going to be out there at first base. Great play, Eden, I think. All right, now we got 1 out here. The 0-0 delivery from Gavin, and swung on and missed, making the count 0-1. Gavin filling up the strike zone here. 0-2. Another strike, back to him, gloved well, thrown over to first base, and that's going to be out number 2. Okay, 2 outs now. The 0-0 pitch, blocked well by Mason Herrera back there behind the plate. That's going to be ball 1 though. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and hit in the air, right to Gavin, who makes the catch. So that is going to be 3 outs. Gavin puts up a 0, good job. Let's go hit Grit. All right, Jax the Axe is leading off the second inning here. He swings and hits that one on the ground to second base, who fields it, throws to first, but it is high, and Jax is going to have himself an infield single maybe, or an error. Either way, he's on first base. Good job, Jax. That brings up Levi. They're going to try to pick Jax. He's safe. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be down and away. Jax is probably taking second base. Yeah, he is. And he'll do so standing up. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That misses down in the dirt. Jax goes 3, and he's going to be safe there. Ball does get away a little bit from the third baseman, but he corrals it, and Jax holds at third base. Here comes the payoff pitch. He doesn't go, and that's going to be ball 4 on a close check swing. All right. Austin, aka Small, steps in first and third with no outs. Here comes the first pitch, and Austin fouls that one. I don't know. It looks like it was caught, and Levi is going to be doubled up there. So that's unfortunate, but that's going to be a double play. No run scores, so that's going to bring up Rocco. Rocco trying to break out of a slump here, using and he hits that one hard up the middle, and he is going to have himself a base hit. It gets by the center fielder, and Rocco's running to second. He's going to go 3. And he is going to be safe there at third base. There we go. Way to break yourself out, kid. Excellent job. So that brings Mason Herrera's Sugar Rush up. Rocco did score another run there, so it's 2-0. Mason Herrera hits that in the air. His first baseman tracking. I think the center fielder was in my way, but it is caught. That's going to be 3 outs. But Grit does put up one more run, making the score 2-0. All right, Gavin's still pitching. Grit up 2-0 here, bottom of the second inning. Starts it off with a strike. Good pitch, Gavin. The 1-1. That is hit in the air. And that's going to get down in front of Jax and be a base hit. Nice hit, young man. That is going to be a base hit. Runner on first, no outs. The 0-0. It's going to be a strike. And runner does steal second base safely. I think the count is 2-2. That's pulled wide. Runner's going. And he's going to be safe there at third base. I think the umpire said the count is 1-2 here. And pitch. That's going to be strike 3. So Gavin gets a strikeout there. That should be 1 out. Runner on third base. Here we go. The 0-0 pitch. Just up, it looks like. Missed up. Ball 1. The 1-0. The pitch. Hit on the ground, and that is fielded nicely by Saya, and I think he's out at first base. Great play. A run does score though, making it 2-1. I'm sorry, I wish I was zoomed in better on that. It was hard to follow. So here comes the 0-0 pitch. Ball 1. The 1-2. Hit in the air over Austin's head, but he does make the catch. Good job. Way to come back and get that, Austin. His first step was in, but he recovered and made the catch. Good job. 3 outs. PFA does put up 1 run, making the score 1-2. US Grit. Let's go score some runs, boys. Gavin, the mullet man, leading off here in the top of the 3rd inning. The first pitch, inside, and ball 1. The 1-0. Gavin hits that on the ground. Third base does catch it. Thrown to first, and he makes the play, I believe. Out. So Gavin is going to ground out to third base. Good try there, Gavin. We have Mason Doyle up now with 1 out. The 0-0 pitch. And that drops in there for strike 1. Here comes the payoff pitch. 3-2. Misses up and away and walks Mason Doyle, putting a man on first with 1 out. That brings up Saya, Gummy Bear, with a man on first. He looks at the first pitch. Doyle going, takes second easily, standing up there. The 2-2 pitch. Saya hits that in the air. Doyle has to get back. It's dropped. So Saya's going to be safe. Doyle's going to have to stay at second base. Brings up Eden, aka Big Poppy here, first and second. 1 out. Chance to do some damage. He looks at ball 1 to start off the at-bat. Here's the 1-0. That's up and away. It gets by. Doyle goes. And he slides into third base safely. Beats the throw. And Saya does follow him. And ends up at second base. And that's hit on the ground. And it does get through. They're chasing it. Eden is going to second base. He's rounding and going third. And we're going to have a 2 RBI triple there that got through the infield. Not sure if that was an error or it was clean, but good hit, Eden. Brings up Jax the Axe with Eden on third base. He looks at one, maybe a little up and away, ball 1. The 2-1. Jack swings and hits that into the ground. Shortstop backhands, throws to first. And they call him out. That was a close play at first. That does score a run though. So good job, Jax. Levi steps in now with 2 outs and nobody on. And looks looks at strike one there. So now Levi down 0-2 here. 0-2 pitch. He does hit that on the ground. It's fielded by second base, thrown to first, and he will be out there at first base. But Grit does some damage, and I'll have a score update at the beginning of the next inning. It will be on the scoreboard in just a second. Gavin steps in. Bottom of the... Throws a strike. That's 3-1. That misses low and away, so he does walk the leadoff hitter there. So runner on first, no outs. Showing bunt again. The 1-0 misses outside, runner going. Payoff pitch, 3-2. And that's going to be ball 4. So 2 walks. And we've got first and second with no out. So no outs, first and second. Gavin's still in there working. And he picks and got him at second base. Way to steal an out, kid. Good play, boys. So now we have 1 out. And they pick the first. And the ball gets away. Runner's going to second. All right. The 0-0 pitch. Strike one, fouled off the backstop. Here comes the 0-2. And that is hit into the ground. Picked up and stepped on first. Runner does advance to third. That's going to be 2 outs. So 2 outs. Runner on third base. The 0-0 pitch. That is hit in the air. And it gets down. Jax picks it up. That is going to score a run, making the score 5-2. Nice hit, young man. And PFA puts up another one. 5-2. Here we go. The 0-0 is fouled back into the backstop. The 0-1 pitch. And that is hit over Rocco's head. He couldn't quite get there. So that is picked up by Austin. We got a runner rounding third base and one at second base. They're going to hold it. That's going to score another run, making the score 5-3. Grit over PFA right now. There's the 0-0 pitch, and that is fouled back into the backstop. Here comes the 0-2, and that is hit into the ground. Fielded by Doyle. Tough play. He's going to be safe. Throwing 4, and he's safe at 4. Throwing 2, and he's safe at 2. Tough play. Kid got down the line quick, and that's going to score another run, making the score 5-4. All right, so Grit clinging to a 1-run lead right now. Man on second with 2 outs. Gavin trying to find a way to get out of it. Starts off with strike 1, but it does get past the catcher, and runner does get to third base. There's the 0-1 pitch. That is hit in the air to Saya, who sets up underneath it and makes the catch. Good job. Grit gets out of it, but there's damage done, and they're clinging to a 1-run lead here with the time closing in on the end of this game. The 2-0, and he hits that one foul. The 2-2 pitch, and some kind of an off speed gets Austin. That's gonna be 1 out. That brings up Rocco, who broke out of a little slump last at bat. Let's keep it going, son. I love you. He looks at strike 1. Tough pitch. I don't mind that so much. But be aggressive here, kid. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Rocco gets jammed a little bit. And it was caught? I'm confused. I didn't see it. I guess the pitcher caught it. I missed it completely. I'll have to look again. Good try, Rocco. That brings up Sugar Rush, Mason Herrera. And the pitcher's going to miss off the plate for ball 1. Here's 1-0 pitch. And Mason hits that on the ground. Shortstop backhands it, but then drops it. So Mason's going to go ahead and beat that out and get us started here with 2 outs. Gavin the mullet man up now. And he hits that one on the ground to second base, who drops it as well. And Gavin is going to beat that out. And Grit has a little 2 out, something going here. Mason Doyle now up, first and second, and 2 outs. And he looks at ball 1, doesn't go, looks like he checked his swing. Doyle with the 3-1 pitch here, and that's going to be ball 4. So that's going to walk the bases loaded here with 2 outs. Bring up Josiah. All right, now that we have Josiah Gummy Bear up, 2 outs, bases loaded, looking to add to the 1-run lead and give Grit some cushion going into the bottom of the 4th. And he hits that one a ton. And is it fair? It is fair. It's all the way over the left fielder's head. That is going to be clear of the bases, and he's going to pull up at second base. And he's trying to go 3. And they call him out there. I don't think they hit the tag. So I believe they called him out there at third base. It looks like there's going to be some discussion. So Saya is going to be out, but not before those 3 runs scored. That's going to bring the score to 8-4 Grit going into the bottom of the 4th. All right, Eden in here to try to close out this game. This should be the last ups. We're almost out of time. Grit up 8-4 currently. That's strike 1. 2-1. That is hit, and it gets down. Rocco does body it up and get it in. So they're going to start off with a leadoff single here and put a man on first base. Eden with a man on first, pitches and misses low on the first pitch. The 2-2, and that's strike 3, called strike 3. Good job, Eden. That's 1 out now. 2 to go here with a man on first base. Here is the 0-0, and that's fouled off for the first strike of the at-bat. The 1-1 pitch. He pulls that outside, past the catcher. Runner going. He's going to be safe there at second base. Ball gets away a little bit, but Gavin's able to grab it. And runner's going to be at second base. The 2-2 pitch. Called strike 3 for the second strikeout of the inning. And that's 2 down. Eden looking to get 1 more to secure a victory here. The 2-0. Outside. Runner going 3. He's going to be safe. So Eden's struggling on this batter a little bit. Going to try to come back here and find the strike zone. Here is the 3-0 pitch. Finds the strike zone on that one. Here is the 3-1. Finds the strike zone again, bringing the count back to full. So now Eden 1 strike away from closing this one out. 3-2 pitch, and swung on and missed for strike 3, and that is going to be the ball game. So Grit does get out of this one with a W, 8-4 I believe. So they went 1-1 in pool play. Didn't have the best game this morning, but we'll have to see what bracket play brings tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next Wednesday.